We're going to go through 3 exercises that will take tension out of the neck, the top of the shoulders, the front of the neck and your jaw. So you're going to sit nice and tall, and it's really important here that sort of from the collarbones down, we keep the spine upright. We don't want to be leaning the spine over to the side, apart from, of course, the neck. So what we're going to do for this first exercise, we're going to bring that right shoulder back and down. So just roll the shoulder back and then think about drawing that shoulder down so that we're nice and active here in the lats and the latimus dorsi muscle. Keep it drawn down. Then we want to activate the muscles on the left side of the neck to take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Now it's really important that we're not just letting the head drop to the side and letting the shoulder just drop. We want to be active in the opposite muscles to what we're trying to stretch. So roll the shoulder back and down, press your left ear to your left shoulder. Then we're going to bring that left hand up and we're going to rest the head on the hand. I want you to remember this golden rule. Less is more when it comes to stretching. We do not want to stretch in the strain zone. We want to stay in that happy stretch zone. So just let the weight of the hand or the arm just rest there on your head without pulling. And then we're going to add some movement. So we're going to turn your nose towards your left shoulder. And then we're going to bring it back up and just look a little way up to the ceiling and then taking it back down again. What this is going to do is going to stretch the muscles 3-dimensionally. So we're creating length from behind the ear to the peak of the shoulder, but then we're rotating. It's like wringing out a towel, and that's going to act on not just the muscles, but also onto the fascia, the layers of tissue as well in between, above and underneath. The skin and the flesh, in simple terms. We're going to repeat that about 10 times, give or take, based on your need. And then you're going to leave the head on the side. You're going to bring your hand onto the side of your face and you're going to help your head up so that we're not using the muscles that we've just stretched. Now we don't want to rush onto the other side, so we're just going to do some shoulder rolls here. And it's important that you don't add tension bringing it forward or tension bringing it up, because we've just got rid of that. So we want to float forward, float up, draw your shoulder blade back, and with more intention, draw your shoulder blade down. So we start to wake up, activate, and strengthen the muscles in the back of the shoulder. We're going to do about 10 of these shoulder rolls. And then we're going to keep that shoulder down and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to think about rolling the left shoulder back and down. Keep it anchored. Then activate the right side of your neck by taking your right ear towards your right shoulder. And we're going to rest that hand on top of your head. Remember, keep this active and keep this active. Just feeling a happy stretch. Then we're going to start the rotation. Turn your nose towards your shoulder and then bring it back up. Just look up towards the ceiling slightly and then bringing it back down. And again, we're going to do about 10 of these. Remember to pull your armpit down to gently increase the stretch. No force, all pain. No pain. All gain. I hate that phrase, no pain, no gain. It's really not relevant to us at this point in our life. No pain, all gain. Let's bring your right hand onto the side of your face and bring that head up straight, and we're going to roll that shoulder back and down, and then we're going to take some tension out the front of the neck here. So I'm going to sit slightly sideways on so you can see that. And I'm going to talk a little bit first to talk you through what I'm doing, because once my head's back in that position, it's going to be very difficult to talk. But what we're going to do together is we're going to tip the head back. Then you're going to jut your chin forward like this. So it's like you're pushing your lower jaw, I told you I couldn't talk, slightly further forward to increase that fascial stretch here. Then you're going to press the tongue into your roof of your mouth and we're going to turn the head. So it's going to look like this. Gently taking the head back without crunching or compressing the back of the neck. Jut your chin forward. Press the tongue into the roof of your mouth and then turn. Keep that going, but what you're going to feel as you turn your chin to the right is a slight increase in stretch here under the left side of the jaw and vice versa on the other side when you turn your chin to the left. When you finish those, you're going to release your tongue, relax your chin, and then bring your head back down. The next stretch we're going to do is a rotation of the head. So we're going to sit nice and tall, roll those shoulders back and down, and we're going to rotate at the neck, not the shoulders. That's really important. If the neck is stuck and we want to turn round, then we end up compensating for the rest of your spine, mostly in your lower back. So we want to maintain this movement here in the neck. So keeping the shoulders nice and still, roll them back and down, and you're going to turn your head. The best way I can explain this is imagine there's a pole down through your neck and you can't tip your head back and you can't tip it to the side and you can't tip it down. Your only option is to rotate. So the spine is upright, the neck is upright, but you're rotating. You're going to hold it here and then try and take it about 1 millimeter or 2 further so that you really engage the muscles here on the left side so your brain tells the right side to let go. Bring it back to the center and then repeat that on the other side. Hold it there. Watch that the opposite shoulder isn't following the movement. Keep them back. Try and go that extra millimeter and then bring it back to the center. Keep that going. I'm going to turn sideways on so you can see it a little bit better here. Shoulders are staying still. I'm going to look over my left shoulder. I'm not tipping my head back in any direction. Once I've got it here, that's my brain, my body saying, oh, that's quite enough, thank you. But we're going to say, no, I don't think it is. We're going to increase that range of movement. So you're going to try and take it that extra millimeter, being very aware of the muscles that you can feel at the back of the neck. And then we're going to bring it round and we're going to take it in the other direction without that shoulder following. Take it an extra millimeter or 2. And then bring it back. And you're going to repeat that again about 5 or 6 times on each side. And then when you're finished, this is the best bit. You're just going to move your head in whatever way feels good to you. So if your neck has been stuck, then you're just going to just move the head around, just feeling that new range of movement. So if you do that stretch correctly and you don't force the stretch and you don't overstretch, you could do that stretch every day. If it feels sore the next day, that's an indication that you have stretched too intensely and your muscles are a little bit maybe inflamed, or you've done a little tiny bit of micro soft tissue. Remember, less is more, no pain, all gain. Let me know what you think of that video. Please give it a like. If you have any questions, pop a question in the comments below. I always answer the questions. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing.